Hey everyone, it's Creative Heart with Brooke, and I'm gonna jump on and do a cute Mother's Day craft with you this morning. Actually it's lunchtime, so, but I was gonna jump on quickly. We usually have therapy at 12, but her therapist is sick, so we don't have to go till 1 o'clock for her other therapy for speech. So, I wanted to jump on and do this fun little project with you all this morning. So once you jump on, let me know you're on here. If this is the first time watching me, welcome. And down below you'll see a link that is to my website. I do have spring and patriotic items already listed on the website. There's also all different types of collections that I've already put up for the different seasons that we've already passed. So you can take a look there. And also, if you go back on my feed, you can see yesterday I do have a YouTube channel. And I'm trying to get at least 100 over there so that I can go live on YouTube. Biggie, what are you doing? Live as well on YouTube. So, and I think I have to go put my, oh gosh, my battery on my glue gun on charge. Biggie, stop drinking my water. He's drinking my water for my paint. Stop it. All right, let me go grab a different battery. Willow, finish your food. Finish your food. Well, I don't really need my glue gun that much, so we're gonna just use regular glue because my charger is gone, and I think it's in the back of Justin's work bag, so we're gonna make do with what we have. So I thought I had my other battery, but it's not here, and the charger's not here. So this is a wooden tea kettle that I found thrifted. I had several of these that I picked up. I went ahead and painted it with the ballet slipper Waverly. Let me tilt this down more. I didn't realize it wasn't showing. There we go. So the ballet slipper color, that light pink color is what I used. And I'm going to use one of my stencils on here to do a little pattern. Hey Karen, how are you? So I'm going to open this up because I'm going to use this stencil on here, and I want to see, because the top part I want to make, use this gold color, and I'm hoping that my markers, I haven't used these in a long time, so I'm hoping they still are good. I haven't actually used, but I wanted to do this in the gold, like it's, you know, like a bronze. I think I just need to pump it in here to see. It should still have the ink in it, because I kept it sealed up, so it should, yeah, there we go. So it should be fine. But we're gonna go ahead and just kind of put this to where it looks like it's a bronze lid. Oh, and if you guys watched me last week when Willow was all over the place and had my potatoes, so it actually, when that spark came out of my drop cord where my heat gun was plugged into, it actually fried the heat gun. So I've got to get a new one of those. But I plugged it in and it doesn't work anymore. But that day, after I got off the live and checked out everything, my breaker had actually tripped. I had to reset it, and then the the heat gun completely was fried. So, but it was actually a pretty good heat gun, because I mean I got it out of my grandmother's when she passed. I actually got it out of her crafting supply. So I would say that the heat gun was probably 15 years old. I mean, it lasted a long time because she had it way before I got it, and she's been gone for a while. I mean, for a long time. So I've got to pick me up a new heat gun. So. Oh, these are the Magnolia Design Company markers that I've had forever. I actually never used them, hardly any, and I got them when they first released these out. So it's been, gosh, that's been probably about 6 or 7 years. So, but yeah, I haven't actually used these because these are used. Some of these are for like fabrics, and some are for regular use. So, but yeah, I've never used that ones that you're talking about. Yeah, so I that heat gun, I mean, it did a spark that day when she dropped the potato on the cord. So I guess it like caused a surge when it hit it, you know. I don't know, but it kind of scared me when it did that, because all I saw was the spark fly out and then that popping noise. So, yeah, so, but yeah, so I got to get a new one. But, in the meantime, I guess I can use my little travel hair dryer if I need one. Maybe I'll get, like one from Home Depot or whatever, one that's more, commercial type. But yeah, it completely fried. So, all right, Vicky, get down. So I'm gonna let that dry. Willow, stop! I'm gonna let that dry good on the front there. I'm gonna just kind of do the sides real quick. I'm not gonna do the back side, but we'll get these. I couldn't find my gold. I had some gold, like a small thing of gold paint like this, and I couldn't find it in my stash in there. So I just found my little markers. So we'll just cover this up real quick with this, and then we'll put the stencil on the front. But yeah, so I got my YouTube channel up a while back, and I've been uploading all of my lives from Facebook onto there, but I want to be able to stream from YouTube the same time I do on here. So to use, like if you use your laptop with the webcam, you can do it now with 0 followers. I just haven't got that set up to access it with the, my laptop. But for mobile devices like your iPad or your phone, you have to have at least 100 followers. So I posted yesterday, like, if people would go over and follow me on my channel, which yesterday I put up the feed, my channel link. But I'm just trying to get people over there as well so that I can stream in both places. So that I can reach some more people, because not everyone is on Facebook. And what's cool about YouTube yesterday is when I was uploading all of my videos from here, from YouTube. Hey Tish, actually I'm fixing to talk about Tish. So when I was uploading all of my videos, Tish had texted me, and then she called me and said that it was alerting her that I had new videos on my YouTube channel. So if someone is already following you on YouTube, whatever you put on your channel, they get a notification like right off the bat, which I thought was pretty cool because Facebook, you know, doesn't do that. And I thought that was pretty cool that YouTube, you know, automatically just notifies when something new is put up. So and then of course, you probably already know, but YouTube works a whole lot different than Facebook. So when you go into like your descriptions of your videos, that's where you can put in like your links and of like items that you use, crafting supplies, like to put if you're an affiliate. You can put in that description and whatever you put in there, like hashtag whatever, like when people search, if they search certain things, like if you have that in your hashtag or in your description, it is more likely to pull up something off of your channel as well while somebody is, you know, searching for certain things. So that's the cool thing too about YouTube, is that it's going to pick up on things that you have. Alright, and I think I'm probably going to have to like put some of this, so that's kind of making the gold, like it's going to make it bronzy looking, and I'm going to probably do another coat over that once it dries, but let me get some here on my plate so I can get that area there that I couldn't get my marker down in there. Let's see. Are you headed there, Tish, to Lincoln, or are you already coming back? I know you said you were headed there this morning, or was sometime. I thought you were going there this morning. Oh my gosh, did she get my paintbrush again? I swear to goodness. Like, anytime I have a paintbrush, it's gonna go missing. And I had 3 out on the table. Willow, what did you do with my paintbrush? Here's one in the floor. Here's one right here. I have 3 out. Missy, what did you do with the other 2? Okay. I don't know what she did with it. It'll come up somewhere. I was actually vacuuming under the couch yesterday and found a paintbrush under there. So there's paintbrushes everywhere stashed. I mean, you know. That's the life for the toddler. So she knows where things are when I don't. So for the longest time, she has this little piggy that has these little plastic coins, and when you put it in the piggy bank, it like counts and does different things. And so she was missing like 3 of them, and I could not find them anywhere. I searched all in her little hiding places that she sometimes puts things. I looked in the furniture, and I wound up finding them when I moved the recliner. One popped out. I guess it was like stuck down in the cracks, but one fell out, and then I started looking in the sides of the couch, and there was the other 2. So like she sticks things in different places, and then like I eventually will find them wherever. But she always has these few spots that I know that she puts things. But yeah, with her little coins, I mean, I looked and looked and looked for those things, and then finally found them in the couch when I moved it to vacuum underneath. But she is a wild one. And I don't know if some of you heard, but she is having surgery next Wednesday. I took her back last Thursday for her follow-up with the ENT. And they were mainly checking that right ear because that's the one that's always had the fluid. Well, now she has fluid in both ears. So she has more in the right, and then there's more, then there's some starting in the left. So next Wednesday she's getting tubes. And from going to speech, the speech therapist kept telling me, like, I don't think she hears me very well, because sometimes I have to talk loud, and sometimes it's almost like she doesn't hear me at all. So when I addressed it with her ENT on Thursday, she said, yes, she's probably right, because the fluid in there is causing like a muffled sound, and it's almost like she's hearing things, sounds like if you know, if they were like underwater. So she's not hearing her sounds clearly, so she's not being able to make or say words because she's not hearing them like she should. So this has been going on since she was 3 months. And the first ENT we saw was literally a joke, because when I took her there, he was like, oh, it's just a little bit of fluid, you know, don't worry about that. And I'm thinking, okay, any amount of fluid in your ear is a problem. So then I started asking around people who had taken their kids to different ENTs, and someone recommended me the one that she goes to now. And the first visit I went, she was like, no, any amount of fluid in your ear is a no-no. So we went at the end of January, and we had our follow-up because she wanted to see if that fluid was staying in there longer than, you know, a month. So sure enough, it has been in there probably the whole time ever since she's had the ear infections at 3 months. So, so now, hopefully, with her tubes and all of that, we can get, see if that's going to help. Everyone who's had their child that's had tubes, they're like, it's a night and day. Like, it's completely crazy how some kids just do like a complete 360 after getting tubes, and it's able to start hearing and able to talk and say things clearly. So she had her 2.5 checkup yesterday, and I had told her that, you know, I told her she's getting her tubes, because every time I would take her to the pediatrician, like, she would say, oh, her ears are fine, but it was like the things that she was doing, like pushing on her ears, spinning in circles, and working with her therapist, her OT, they were like, you know, this is vestibular sensory things that we're seeing, and that's kind of leading us towards something going on with her ears. So they kept insisting that with me, because I said, well, her pediatrician's like, her ears look good. And she's like, yeah, but is she hearing? Like, you know, like they were like, we feel like there's, you know, something going on here because of the things that she's doing. And so I kind of was like, well, maybe she does need to go see an ENT. But like I said, the first one we went to he was, I don't even know, like he was like, oh, the amount she has is fine. But then the one we have now is the one that's like, no, she's like, this baby needs tubes, and like she's the one that got us set up for speech. She's like, we're gonna get, you know, she needs tubes. And so I'm hoping that everything, you know, after she has it, that we'll start seeing some progress. Like, she's already made progress just going to her therapist now, just by doing the things they're doing with her. So I am really hoping that once she gets those tubes, that we see more progress. So, but yeah, but she has her surgery next Wednesday, and then Avery will have his in May. I have 2 that's going for tubes, and Avery's actually having adenoids removed. She said, the doctor said Willow's adenoids look fine, and so we don't have to worry about those with her. Let's see if this is I have 2 different whites. All right, that's my new one. I don't want to open that one yet. Willow, close the fridge. What's that sticking out of there? Nope, get out of the ice. Get out, put it back. Get out of the ice. All right, let me get my squeegee. So this is one of the Magnolia stencils. This was actually one of the monthly kits, and I'm just using this pattern because I love how this looks. And I'll show you another thing that I get out of the drawer now, Willow. And normally you would use the chalk paste, but I'm out of it. So you can actually use any type of paint with these stencils. The only thing is, if you don't use the paste from like the company, you have to wash out the paint really quickly, like after you use it, because even though this is Waverly, you know, chalk paste or whatever, it's not like the paste from Magnolia. So if you don't get it washed out completely, it will clog the screen in your stencil. So, so I usually go, as soon as I use it, I'll go wash it out really quick, and I'll just leave it over there to dry. So I'm just going to go over my stencil with the squeegee. So they're really easy to use, and like I said, I used to be an affiliate with Magnolia, but I have so many stencils that I don't, I mainly use them, you know, for my purpose only. I wasn't really selling the stencils, but I do know if you, Tish that's on here, TLC Country Creations, she is an affiliate still, so you can take a look at her website, and there may be others on here that, but I just know Tish is my friend, so I know she still is affiliated with them, but they have all different kinds of stencils, so, and like I still use them, even though I don't, you know, I don't sell them. Alright. But yeah, they're so easy to use, and here's the thing about them is that they're reusable, and you can use them on any type of surface. It does not necessarily have to be like this wood surface. I have actually chalked my dishwasher before, my oven door, like you can use them on anything. You can do them on the wall. So they're very easy and simple. And my mom, now she's an affiliate with Chalkateur, so I use a lot of her stencils too, because she still sells that. So I have both types of stencils, and I sometimes will get some of hers to use, but these are all here at my house. I use mostly the Magnolia. If there's something particular that she has, I'll get, but most of the time I'm using these. Alright, so after I get this all chalked on here, I'm going to go wash it out really quickly, like I said, because this is not the actual paste that you use. This is just regular paint. So, and I will show you. So you just wash these with warm water, and you allow them to dry on the sticky side up, because you know they're adhesive. So you let them dry sticky side up. Once they dry, you just put them back on the shiny part of the backing, and then they're ready to be put back in your package and used on a different project for later. So they're very simple, very easy. All right, I'll try to get right here real close to the top part there where I did the thing. All right, so I'm gonna pull this up slowly to make sure I got everything. I'm gonna go throw this in the sink too really quickly. So I'll be gone for just a moment, but look how nice that turned out. Look how pretty. See how pretty that is on there? And I'm gonna show you a different thing I have that I did with this same stencil. Let me go wash it out. I'm back. And while I'm standing right here, let me grab what I've already done before. Maybe this off I have it sitting by my little coffee area here. So this was a little tiered little riser, And that's what I did on there with that same pattern stencil. So that one came out really pretty. And I just have it sitting over here with all of my coffee accessories that I have beside my coffee station. So, but yeah, that was another thing. It was like a little riser. So now I'm gonna let this dry a little bit before we start putting stuff on here. But I do have another stencil that is for Mom's Day. That is a set. I'm going to show you these. Place that over there. So this was a set called Proverbs, and this is about this is all of the proverbs about Mother. We actually used one of them in my grandmother's, not this actual stencil, but one of the verses in her obituary. But this is the first one. It says, she is far more precious than jewels, Proverbs 31:10. So I'm going to use one of these. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to put on the tea kettle. But the other one is, her children rise up and call her blessed. That's Proverbs 31:28. And then the teaching of kindness is on her tongue, Proverbs 31:26. And then she is clothed with strength and dignity, Proverbs 31:25. So they're all the same kind of pattern on the stencil. But what I think I'm going to do the one where it says her children rise up, or I think, or she is more, actually, you know what? I think I might do she is more precious than jewels, since we're doing like the teapot. I think that goes along with that better than the other one. So I'm gonna kind of let this, again, I'll just kind of hold it up. So look, that's how the pattern did. I think it looks really cute. I do not, well, I know if you go and look on Tish's Magnolia website, I don't know what they have. I'll have to look on Chocolate Tour with my mom and see if she's got some with tea. But I know that most of mine were coffee, because that's what most people drink, because I like tea as well. So there's a lot more coffee stuff than there is tea. But I don't have anything stencil I know that has tea, because I was looking one to see if I did for what are you doing kissing me? I know there was when I was looking at my stencils, I was looking for like something that said tea, and I didn't have anything. And then I looked in my cardstock stuff too, but I don't know if they have anything new that's been released. So you would have to, I would get with Tish and see if you can look on her website to see if they do, or she may, if she's still on here, she can tell you if they have any stencils right now that have tea stuff. And I'll have to look on Chocolate Tour on my mom's and see. I know you can actually go on, oh yeah, Tish just said she put her link above, so check out hers and see, because see, I'm not an affiliate anymore, so she would know if there's new stuff coming out, because I don't get the new stuff what they're gonna release, so she would know if there's more, but like everything that's out now would be on the website. But I'll have to check Chocolate Tour and my mom and see if she's got any tea ones. But yeah. All right, let me kind of feel this and see. All right, that feels okay. So I'm gonna put this stencil in. I'm not gonna use like the design. I'm gonna just use the wording on here, and I'm gonna kind of fuzz this. So when you're using it on a surface like this, you want to fuzz some. I usually have my tacky towel that you fuzz on, but if you don't have one, you can use your shirt. So let me kind of get this here. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody that's new on here. Let me go back up. Let me go back up here. I'll start from the beginning here. I don't have my iPad down here with me either. Okay. All right. Hello, Mischief Managed Creations. Welcome. And there's Tish again. Carol, welcome. Thanks for jumping on. Good morning. There's Karen. Hello, Jenny, I'm not going to say your last name because I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but thanks for jumping on. Let's see. Thank you for prayers. Yes, I'm a little nervous just because, you know, she's having me put to sleep, but, you know, I am kind of getting a little anxious and nervous about it, but I do know that it's something that she has to get done because it's affecting her development. So, but yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, so if you're subscribed to the Chocolate Tour Perks program, you can still look on there and see if they have anything. Because my mom is an affiliate, so I just let her order it, and then I just borrow hers, so I don't have to buy them out of my own money. So, all right, hello, Crystal. Thanks for watching. Hey, Tammy, hope you're feeling better. Alrighty. And Tracy, welcome. Lavender Fields Country, Crafts by Paula, welcome. I think I've caught up. Twyla, welcome. Yep, Tisha's saying if you type tea in the search when you go on the website, it should pull up anything that has tea. Hello, Upcycle Decor by Karen. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, everyone. All right, so I'm going to place this on the middle of our tea kettle here. Hello. What are you doing? Oh, you're going to give me a kiss? You got, hold on. You got, she had a peanut butter sandwich with honey for lunch. So she's got peanut butter on her face. All right, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna use like all the design on here. I'm gonna mainly use the words in the verse. So let me press it there. Where did I do with my, I'm gonna do this in the black, and I'm gonna use the squeegee again. And again, I'll have to go rush and wash it out. If you missed that, this is not the actual chalk paste that you use with the stencils, but any paint will work, as long as you go right to the sink and wash it out, because if you let it sit on there longer than it should, it will clog the screen inside the stencil. Let me get some black here. Okay, I think that should be enough right there. All right, so let's go over just these words. And here's the thing too, like if you have already have like Chocolate Tour stuff, that same ink and paste works with these type of stencils as well. So I've done that too. I've used some of my mom's since I don't buy any more of the Magnolia. Oh, nope, no, little girl. You don't need any paint. You don't need any paint. Where's she into over here? I hope this turns out all right, because I'm having to put a little bit of water on because this one is a little thicker than the other one. I just need a little bit more and I need to get the verse there. Yeah. Okay, let me pull this up slowly. I think it did get watered down. So here's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go wash this real quick because it'll wash off, and then we'll do it again. So let me go wash it off real quick. kind of show you. So see how the back part of that stencil did not wash off? That was the Waverly chalk paint. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use a little, I think I can scrape some out of this, of my Magnolia one that it was kind of somewhat dry. So we'll see if it'll work. But we're gonna use this on there and see if we can get it to work. Let me dry my stencil good. So these dry pretty quickly after you wash them off. So that's a good thing. And it's very easy to correct any mistake. So, all right, so we're gonna use this. Make sure that's flush on there. Okay, I knew that was probably gonna happen because I had to put a little bit of water on there, so we're gonna go over this very slowly and see if this does better. Let me go right here to the Proverbs. Okay. All right, now we're gonna try it again. And let's see, yes, that looks much better. Much better. Okay, and so I can kind of let this sit for a minute because that's the actual chalk paste stuff, so I don't need to rush. All right, so I'm gonna put the lid back on here. And I'm gonna let that sit some. So there's the stencil on there. It says she is more precious than jewels, Proverbs 31:10. So there it is, came out perfect on there. And I will seal this with Mod Podge after it dries really good. But we're gonna go on and continue with our design here. And did I get everywhere? Yes, I did with the gold. Let me, I'm gonna touch this up right up here where I got a little bit of black from the, there we go. Perfect, okay. So let me put this back in here and then we're gonna make, so I pulled out some different scrapbook pieces out of here. I wanna kind of get some of this stuff put away so we don't make a mess. All right, so these are all of that stuff that I got from Goodwill that had all this stuff in it. So this had some tea stuff in here. I wanted to kind of see what was all in here to see if I could do like a little tag. Like that one's plain. So there's some different things in this little pack. That was a different tea kettle. That's cute to attach down. I like that green color. That's a bigger one. Just kind of see what was in this pack. A lot of teacups. So, was there a teacup that, I don't like the orange. I wish there was one of those different colors. But all of those look like they're all the orangey color. Okay. So I do like that one little thing there. But I have another pack that I found in the stash too. So we'll see. What are you doing? She's got on my feet. Here, get down, get down, get here. Come on. Sit down. All right, get over there. What is that? Okay. All right, so this had some of the little tags in it. I wanted to see what was in here. And then we'll put the little bow, get the bow made in just a moment. These were just different ones. I was trying to get this, I can get it to come out. There we go. Like this one said cherish. Just has some different little things. That says picture perfect. That's pretty. I think that's too big for our little tea kettle right there. The main thing I was looking at was the tags, because I wanted a tag that would hang off from our bow. And I thought there should have been one in here that I saw. That one says, is that it? I think it's the very last one here. Yeah, there it is. So there was the little tag that I thought would look cute because it had the colors that coordinated very well with this pack. And I don't think there was any wordings that were small enough that would go on our, well, that looks cute, cherished. I can attach that too. But these have been very handy. So finding that big old container at Goodwill was a really good find. Because a lot of these were $1 and like a lot, most of them were 68 cents. So it was a good find. I had some of these little flowers that I was going to see if they would work well in here. Thank you so much, Monica, for sharing. These were some flowers too that I was going to see if any of these would coordinate. I just kind of pulled out everything because I wanted to see that color works good. Kind of wanted to see what we had in here in this. I kind of like this green coordinating with our stuff too. I could use the smaller one. Yeah, that looks good. I like these flowers that have the different sections on them because it makes it look really cute. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me try this darker. See if this darker tone kind of works well with it too. That kind of looks cool too. I think I have a larger one right here. I think that was a bigger one. But I have my little brad clip wherever it went in there that will stick down in here to make it three kind of raised up. There's a purple one right there. That one will work. Let's see, there's another one. We'll use all these. So I'm just going to poke through each one. This is the hard part, getting it to stick through without tearing it up. I'm almost, well, there we go. There's one. Okay, let's stick it through the center here. There we go. And then one more. And then we're just gonna fold it over. And we'll figure out where we're gonna put this in a moment. But you can kind of turn your petals here with that little, I don't know what you call the brads. I think that's what they are. So let's stick these back in here. I'm gonna use that flower. We're gonna make our bow to go on here. I think we're gonna tie it off the handle here. I think we'll just put our little tea kettle back in there. All right, so now that I have all of these, I'm just gonna set this to the side for a moment and we're going to make our bow. So I have some ripped fabric and some lace. I need to rip a few more pieces here. So let me get this. Hello, Bonnie. just completely did not rip correctly. I think I just need to start with a fresh piece here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't know about you all, but I think ripping fabric is like therapeutic. All right, just a few more, maybe two more after, or one more after this, and that should be enough to get our rag-looking bow. Okay, and then I've got some lace too that we're going to use. Actually, I want to use this piece that I started with as our tie-off because I can use that for that. Okay. All right, and what I do is I just kind of start a little bit down, start, and I twist. And I kind of make sure that our, there we go. And then I'm going to take some pieces of the lace ribbon over here. To mix in. What are you doing, Willow? What are you doing? I have to keep Mickey down low because sometimes when I upload videos, it'll say it can't have sound because of copyright because they hear that in the background. So as long as I keep it low, it doesn't usually pick up Mickey that often, but sometimes it will if I have it up some. So I try to keep it down as low as I can. Okay. Let's see, Willie. Yeah? Throw some little bit of pink in here. I know. What are you doing? Let's take it off of here completely. Yeah. I think we'll have this is our front piece. So that the pink will shine through on the front. Alright, and I'm going to just pull this up to the top. We're going to tie it off. I'm going to pull it completely out. I'm going to do a double knot here, and then I will just cut off the excess of this. Whoops. Why is it not coming out here? Where did it go? Well, I think I did it. Alright, let me just kind of get this fixed here. How I want it. I'm going to cut off the excess here. And this one definitely. That was it. Okay. I was like, where is that piece coming? I couldn't find the other end piece. I was like, where did it go? Actually, let me get this one pulled out here. I'm going to tie it on the back side too. Just making sure this stays, has a secure hold so it doesn't, any of those pieces come out. All right, so let's leave that there on the back. I might have to use that to tie it on. onto the handle part of our kettle there. She's having a good time over there with her toys. Luckily, she didn't get into my potatoes today, so that's a plus. That is a plus. Alright. I'm going to move this off while we get this tied here on the handle. Playing with her Melissa Doug caterpillar xylophone that we found at Goodwill too. So it was brand new in the pack, and if anybody knows how much the Melissa Doug stuff is it's not cheap. So they had that for, I think it was $2.99. So I got her that. So. Alright, so we're going to cut off that right there. I'm going to get the bow here better adjusted. I just kind of wanted it to look, you know, kind of, oh, no. Let me have this. Get these little strings here. Get off the table. Our little bow there on the handle of our kettle. Yes, she does entertain herself, and a lot of times I have to clean up some things that she's pulled out from all of her toys, but as long as it keeps her entertained while I can get my project done, then I just clean it up afterwards. Now when I see her getting into something she doesn't need to, sometimes I have to grab her, because I mean she does do that. So alright, so let's see, we're gonna stick, I think I have a little piece of this left. I didn't want to use any jute, so I'll see if I can get a smaller piece of this, a skinnier piece, so it'll go through my little tag here. I wanted to write T on this. Let me see if I can fold this. I want it to lay a certain way. I found all those King Art markers at Goodwill too. So I found a lot of stuff at Goodwill that day. We got everything. I got this whole, I'll show you, this is what she's taking the stickers off. I got this whole container of all the King Arts, and it was $3.99 for all those. So, really, Willow? Really? I wonder how this would look if I tied this around the neck of our kettle here. Let's see, I'm gonna kind of put it right here for a minute. It may not look good. Well, I don't know, it may. Let me kind of tie it here first. And then we'll, oh, hold on. I just ripped it a little bit, but I can fix that. Crud. Ah, I ripped it. Crud. I wonder if I have another one. I do. Not one just like that one, but I got a different one. I can't believe I just ripped that. That worked perfect too. Where did that? Yeah. Really, Willow? Really? Really? Yeah, I really wanted that one. But we'll do this one. This one will work too. This one will work too, even though I wanted it to be that one that looked like wood. Yeah, for real. Keeps her out of the Mod Podge. Tammy remembers. That was the same day the spark with the potato and the Mod Podge. All of that. Look, that day, you know, I had to wash her off in the sink right after because she had it all over her legs because she fell down in it. Like, the rest of the day, like, she kept, like, scratching, like, her arms and her legs, and I looked over and, like, I didn't get it all off the Mod Podge, so, like, it was like I was peeling it off of her, during the day. You know, kind of like when you get sunburn and your skin peels, that's how it was with the Mod Podge on her, so, yeah. I want to see how I want this to... I think maybe over here beside our bow and let it kind of drape down. What do you got? I'm like, what has she got over there now? Okay. So now we got our little bow. I got that tied around the neck part there. Let's cut off some of this. And we gotta get our flower on there from our flower that I put together. Let me get this situated back over here. What happened to my bow here? There we go. And fell down in the hole. All right, let's. Cover up that, but there we go. Okay. So there. Willow, calm down. Okay, so that's what it's looking like so far with our little tag there. And that tag says whatever you do, do it with heart. So, it's not wanting to cooperate with me here in the corner with our, there we go, with our bow. I'm wanting that kind of, there we go, stick over. Okay. I'm going to kind of just fold this up. Okay, good, it didn't knock me off. I had a phone call coming in. I'm going to kind of pull these up. So that they look three-dimensional. Okay, and then our flower, let's see, where do I want to put our flower? Let's see, does it look cute at the top there? I think it might look cute right here. I don't know. Should we put, I'm trying to think now where I want to put the flower because I can't decide. All right, so look, I could put it there, but I feel like, do you think it's taken away from the colors that's there in our bow? Should I leave just that off? Or I kind of put it down here, but I don't think it looks good down there at the bottom. Hey, stop. I don't know if it looks good there at the bottom or not. So there's another way. And then I thought maybe at the very top, I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling the flower since I have this all put together. What do you guys, do you think I should leave this off or here, bottom, or like the top of the, hey, stop it, Lola, at the top. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You think I should put that flower on here? I'm about to go knock the dog off. Get down. Stop it. I don't know. I don't know if the flower is looking good with it now. guys think? Yeah, I don't think I'm feeling the flower either now that I got it all put together. I'm thinking that it looks kind of good the way it is with the bow on there. But what I am going to do is going to take my distressed oxide and just go around, excuse me, the sides here and just do the edges all the way around. Trying to give it a get under here. Let me move that up some. So we listen in the car just different. Some days we'll listen to her little songs, you know, like the nursery songs, Old MacDonald, like Wheels on the Bus. Some days we'll listen to Ella Langley, like she loves Ella Langley, her songs. And she's into now Bruno Mars's new song, I Just Might, and the part where it goes, where he goes do 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 do. She will do that little. She will do that. So last night, excuse me, get down now. Let me go get her. She's climbed up on my counter. Get down now. Get down. All right, let me get a little bit here. Okay. I'm just gonna put a little bit there. Alrighty, I think we are done with our tea kettle. Whoop, I'm dropping things here. So I think I'll turn this here this way. And there we have it. So it looks really cute. So like I said, I'm gonna put the Mod Podge over everything to seal it. But there's our finished tea kettle, and that's a cute little gift you could give to your mom, grandmother, aunt, whoever that is like a mom to you. So that's a great, cute little idea. And you could also do like, do a little teacup, like find like a vintage teacup at Goodwill or your thrift store and put a little packet of tea in there and do like a little gift set with that, and all as one little gift. But I think this turned out very cute, very sweet, and it's all set. So there's an idea for a Mom's Day present. So now I've got to get a Wild Child off the counter and clean up everything that she's drug out. And I will get ready. I gotta eat some lunch because we gotta leave here in about 30 minutes to go to her speech. So I will catch you guys later. Hope you all have a great rest of, oh yeah, there would be, oh, that would be cool. I don't think I have any pearls like to hang down like it was, you know, like you're pouring. Yeah, I'll have to, I don't think I have any here. But anyways, that's an idea as well. So I will catch you guys later. Make sure if you haven't followed me on YouTube, you go over and do that follow. If you have a YouTube channel as well, let me know. Put it in the comments. I will follow you back. And I'm just trying to be able to stream from YouTube and Facebook at the same time. But I have to have at least 100 to go on my phone. And so I wanted to get that going. But I do have all of my lives that I've put over onto YouTube so they don't get, you know, deleted. But thanks again, guys. I will catch you guys later. I also have my website. I do have the patriarch items listed along with some other collections on there. Yes, Tammy, she is having surgery next Wednesday. She's getting tubes put in both ears. So she will have her procedure. We don't know yet what time because they haven't. They said they do the youngest ones first, so I don't know, where she is in the lineup. Yeah, but her surgery is next Wednesday. Everyone have a great rest of your afternoon, and I will see you guys later. Bye.